Good morning. I'm back for another hair braiding and talking session. I guess, well, good afternoon, good day, good night, whatever time it is for you. Today, I wanted to talk about the difference between distancing yourself from emotions as opposed to dissociating from them. And this is coming up because yesterday at work, the first thing I encountered when I opened my email when I got to work was a complaint about how I'd set something up, how I'd set, like how I was lacking information in a document I'd made, and basically telling me to fix it, along with some other people that worked on the project with me. And in the past, that really, like, I would have felt my gut drop through the floor, and I would have made it mean all kinds of stuff. Like, I would have made it mean that I was incompetent and that I hadn't tried hard enough, and I hadn't, like, maybe gone over it enough times and been as scrupulous as I could be, and maybe it even made me like a bad or lazy person. You know, like all these stories about it. But that didn't really happen yesterday. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know they needed that information. I'll get that done now. And then I worked on it and made the changes that they asked for and sent it off again. And it was really, I mean, it was, I won't say it wasn't stressful. It was, like, I did feel my diaphragm kind of crawl up into my chest, and I did feel my core muscles tighten. But it wasn't that, like, almost debilitating sense of dread and failure, like, and guilt. Like, none of that was there. And it was a dramatic improvement to how I used to operate. And it made actually making the changes that they asked for much easier without all that nonsense running around in my head and mucking things up. In the past, I used to be much more dissociative, and that is basically when, at least for me, when something is too painful or uncomfortable to experience, and so you retreat away from it, you don't look at it. And it kind of happens automatically. I've had to train myself to stay present. And I can tell when it's trying to happen. Like, I start to get tunnel vision, like the edges of my vision start to darken. Like, I can feel my psyche, like, literally, like, trying to pull back away from awareness and not feel it because it's too much. So I've had to learn to be like, no, this isn't gonna kill me. Stay here. Like, make a plan, listen to what's happening, feel everything. It's not gonna kill you. It's not even really gonna harm you. It's gonna harm you more if you avoid it and store all that pain and frustration and stress somewhere in your body. Like, that is harmful. Feeling it now and letting it run through is so much less harmful in the long run. It's intense, but it moves fast. I've heard several different, I don't know what you call it, time frames for how fast emotions move through you. I've heard 90 seconds is all it takes, but I've also heard 10 to 20 minutes, and that one feels more real to me. I guess if you can get your mind to stop making stories up. Like without stories, maybe the emotions only take 90 seconds. But that is a big caveat because our brains love to make stories, don't they? At least mine does. It likes to attach all kinds of meanings to things that may not necessarily actually be true. A lot of times they're not. Or they're exaggerated. Even if they have a basis in truth, they're excessively exaggerated. And my voice is getting all froggy. I guess part of me is uncomfortable talking about this. That's interesting. But that's one of those things where, okay, I'm uncomfortable talking about it, but I'm going to keep talking about it. Even if my voice gets froggy, we'll just have to keep moving through it. It's not going to kill me. It's not even going to hurt me. Yeah. So what else? That took less time than I expected it to. It reminds me of when I was a kid in school, you know, we'd have to do verbal reports, and like maybe it was supposed to last 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. And so I would write it and I would practice it and it would take the allotted time. But then I would get up in front of class and adrenaline would kick in and I would be unable to slow myself down, and I would speed talk through the thing and it would take like a minute and a half instead of the 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. But like I was just so incapable of overcoming that adrenalized response of being up in front of the class. And I suppose that is something I'm trying to overcome here by doing these videos and talking to you. I mean, technically right now it's just me in a room with an iPhone, but I mean, I know potentially on the other side there's you. I mean, hopefully there's you. Otherwise, why bother posting it to the public, right? So yeah, overcoming my fear of being seen by other people and overcoming my fear of their judgments, because people are gonna judge. We're judging creatures. I mean, I'm always working on noticing when I'm judging and saying, that's interesting. Maybe I would prefer not to make that judgment. Or maybe I don't have enough information to make that judgment. Likely I don't. But you know, that our brains are wired to make lightning fast judgments, because for millennia, it was required for our survival on judging whether something was dangerous or not. And judging that something was dangerous even when it wasn't was less of a problem than judging something safe when it absolutely was not safe. I mean, you make that judgment, you die. So, yeah, we're wired to be overly cautious. And that takes practice to overcome, which is why I'm doing this every day. It's a practice. And it's amazing how fast it is making changes in me, though. Like the very first video I did, I was super awkward. And then the second video, which I just am posting today, I recorded it a few days ago. There are lots of long pauses. I had no idea what I was going to talk about when I started recording, and I had no intention of posting it actually when I started recording. I was just going to start practicing recording myself every day, and I had no pressure on myself to post anything I recorded. It was just to get into the habit of doing it and to get comfortable doing it. But for some reason, I feel like it's important that I share this whole journey with you. And to get comfortable doing it, like posting stuff that I'm like, it's not perfect. Well, so fucking what, right? Life is not perfect. None of us are perfect. And perfection is unnecessary anyway. Good enough. It's good enough. And you know, if no one likes it, so what? What if I lost? I mean, aside from a little bit of time, because it does take time to upload it. And it did take me time to like add some text to it and save it in my little editing app this morning. But aside from that, what have I lost? Nothing. It's actually pretty low risk if you think about it. All right. So that's my braids. I'm gonna do bandana next. Yesterday, while I was walking to the bus from work to go home, a young woman rode by on a scooter and hollered at me that she loved my bandana. It was a really fun interaction. It's like, I love your bandana! Like, thanks! So, if you see someone wearing something you like, you might brighten a day by saying, hey, I love your shirt. Your earrings are cute. It's fun. Brighten my day. Enough that I'm still talking about it. Do some little rhinestoney bobby pins. I just switched to these. I had been doing plain black for a while, but I discovered these in my old hairstyling stuff. I had these for doing an updo or something in my hairstyling equipment, and I was like, oh, hey, I could use some sparkle in my daily life. So let's do some sparkle. And then let's see here. Gonna wear some fun earrings today. I think these are from the movie They Live. I'm pretty sure that's the name. I actually got the earrings because they cracked me up before I'd ever seen the movie. And then I saw the movie and I was so glad I had the earrings because it is some campy, weird amazingness. I love it. And it's a good, I guess, allegory. Is that the word? I don't know. I'm going to use it. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but for perception, like in the movie, the main character whose name I'm forgetting, but this is him, those glasses he has on, they show him what's actually happening. Like, the world looks normal without them. You put them on and you can see like the true messaging under like advertising. You can see like some people are actually reptilians. Like, it just removes all the artifice. And I think that is basically what I've been trying to do since I was a kid, with varying degrees of success, but trying to see things as they are, not as they're, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say provided to me, but that's not it. Displayed to me, yeah. The way people would like for us to perceive things versus the way they actually are. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that, and I am ready for work, so I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna go brush my teeth, and catch the bus and go to work and have a wonderful day. And I hope you do too. All right. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.